two, 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 22, two. What is that to the Empire? Who is messing with the anti-gravity? Two. Give me my lightsaber.
I need a weapon. Fight for the Empire. A little help here.
How's it? English. Welcome to Mongoose Max Hawaii channel. Yeah, I am posting today.
Waiting orders, Commander.
It was very difficult not to post. It really was. Because I got the routine. If you ever developed your own routine, and then you're backing out of it, it's, and especially like this has kind of been marathon routine. I was trying to post daily for just like a really long time, so I had that bragging rights, and I thought maybe against advice, post a whole hell of a lot. Well, the once in a while posting is probably better because it's like market saturation. I don't know, whatever. I never had that much traction. I mean, I had probably talking to myself. I noticed one person saw the other one the other day, so I thought, it's just the time when no one's watching. So, and I had some time to edit some Romeo and Juliet, so go watch that. I did part 2 out of 4. So, here we go. I'm posting whenever. That's right, it's still whenever, so at least I broke the daily thing, so now that's one thing broken. I don't really have to go daily. But there was really more stuff going on, too, because yesterday was kind of uneasy for me, and it's not so uneasy right now, but it's just as uneasy. Welcome to World War III so far. This guy. My little post here today with whenever number 2 is that Vladimir Putin is acting like a narcissist. I had some experience being attacked over a long period of decades, plural decades, not one decade, decades, plural decade, plural decades, being attacked by a narcissistic person who made it a point where at least part of all their energy was I was a target because it helped them get their goals. Generally, being a target is one thing, but a target for a very long period of time, it's definitely has damaged me. I don't know how badly. And so, always like with my friend, don't just whine about it, because I would tell people about it, and it was as if they couldn't believe it. Nobody listened. And then I thought, you're listening to me, and then it was like, I guess they heard me. How many times I'm pounding it to them, this is happening, and then it was like they didn't understand. It was, and then I had to go into explaining it, so I had to research and explain it. This is what it's knowledge about this stuff is out there. This is the technical terms people use commonly to describe this behavior, and this is how point symptoms, point evidence are matching up like hand in glove, and all that explanation, and then looking for a solution, and then none of that worked in informing other people. The best way is to break it off completely. That's the advice out there. It got broken off because of a huge event on the part of the narcissist that was so way overboard that they no longer live here. God. You know, it's like after the fact, you know, someone's already shot and they're dead. Well, I guess it's a bad thing. Afterward. So I'm not all that usually generally happy about that, but that all aside, I'm telling you, I qualify as someone with a little experience talking about this thing. And I was looking at President Putin, and he's a dangerous character, former KGB guy. And he's saying one thing, no, we're not invading, while laying out and following through a plan of systematic encroachment invasion. Now, currently, the little amount of people on the edges have, oh my gosh, I should have timed this. Excuse me. Well, I was going to make this super short. And less than that. And the people on the fringe of the borders who might be disgruntled, and remember, Putin does internet campaigning with things, but hey, they were part of Russia back in the day in the same Slavic type culture, but it's easy to influence people who are disgruntled with the local government, you know. So they were pro-sentiment in some areas. But Putin took some people to back them up. So in their little area, they're Russian-backed separatists. Now those chunks are being cut off, like Crimea did, that island-like place in the Black Sea. They want to go territory to the ocean water, the Black Sea. Waterways and seaports, very important, because they want to export some oil. They want to lay pipeline over there and have tanker ships go out. And Ukraine has tons of oil. So once again, you got motive. It's not like all the BS. We're trying to save Crimea. We're trying to save Donetsk, something, that area down there. Now, that region has just been signed over to Russia, which blows away this old treaty that it's just walking up. So now he can put actual troops into that area, Putin, and slowly have a giant force right on that border until something happens where Putin has to protect Russia and invade. See, Putin's already saying stuff like, oh, we gotta watch out because Ukraine's gonna make nuclear missiles. He's pulling all these lies out of the playbook, just like someone formerly elected that we once knew in America. You lie big, and you lie loud, and you lie over and over and over enough, and it's supposed to fool the people. It's like P.T. Barnum. Fool all the people some of the time, some of the people all the time. Can't fool all the people all the time. But they're going, it works enough for them to justify what the hell they're doing. And if you notice, it's always, here's another thing, you know, it says opposite. It's gaslighting. That's the thing I'm talking about with narcissism. Gaslighting. And the other one was they're never to blame. For the biggest things, for the smallest things, none. Promptly admit when we're wrong is part of AA 12 steps. When I'm wrong, I should be capable of admitting it. Oh, you know, I did something wrong. You know, it might take a while or something, but I should be able to have enough humility to admit when I did something wrong. If it's small, it's easy, usually. If it's big, it's squirmy. But if you don't have that at all, zero, you're never wrong. Never wrong at all. For small, big, you're never wrong at all. And usually that manifests in they're to blame, not me. It's not me, it's you. It's not me, it's you. So who's to blame? It's you. Never me. Because that's unheard of in this kind of delusion bubble. So he goes on television and he tells a big long speech of why he's doing all this stuff, and he goes into the history of Russia. The only reason Ukraine exists in the first place was because, you see, the Bolsheviks came out there and it was Lenin's idea, and it was Stalin didn't want to do this, and it was Lenin. It was this cockamamie idea from Lenin, and it should never have happened in the first place. It was just utterly ridiculous. You know, he's just going, here's Putin's view of Russian history, which somebody said he's quoting from a history book that he wrote himself. So he's just dishing it out again. There's an old joke. I don't know. I guess it's pretty old. Not that old, but why would you never take tea? Maybe coffee too. Why would you never take tea from a Russian president? Because you never know what Vladimir Putin right? So there's that. Welcome to World War III. They're continuing to do it. Ukraine's going, keep calm, carry on. But I'm with Biden on this, not because of taking political party sides, but because he has to deal with what's next. And you know, even the sanctions. Oh, the U.S. is going to pose real bad sanctions. Putin's already going, sanctions. He's not worried about that. That's nothing. Anyways, pray for peace, for Russia's conversion or whatever, and climate change. Climate change. That's right. But there's a special reason I mentioned climate change. We're on a day. Look at Phil Mattingly. Even get Phil Mattingly down there. See him down there? He's listening a lot. He's listening. But it's 2/22/2022, and it's even a Tuesday. It's Tuesday 2/22/2022. And the climate change has even reached the Galapagos Islands and affecting the pink. That's right. Scene change. The pink iguanas in Galapagos, which are giant land iguanas that go into the ocean. They're marine iguanas, but they look like a piece of rock. But these are pinkish on the side, like they ate too much flamingo juice. They're pink iguanas. I never knew pink iguanas existed, but they only exist on the Galapagos Islands, and they're starting to be affected. So this climate change denial stuff is getting personal. I like reptiles. Yay. So that's it. End of story. This is like a post out of the I couldn't resist, but I'm trying to not post. Aloha. Have a happy day. Drink clean water. We might not have none. Clean air. That's going away. It's too hot for ocean life to grow. But have a aloha.